I'm a city girl on a mission to learn about trees and plants.
Tried to be scientific and do a rubbing, and it definitely did not work.
And that's made me curious to get to know the plants under my own roof, my houseplants. As I've said before, I don't have a green thumb. All of my houseplants, except for one, have been gifts. I'm pretty good at watering them once a week, but I don't know anything about them. The type, the needs, the interesting facts, I don't know anything. But now that I'm learning to notice and appreciate plants more, I feel kind of bad for not being a better plant caretaker. So today I'm going to try to fix them up. I'm going to learn about them and I'm going to show them off. Let's go.
We're trying to water with a phone.
So here are some roses given to me by my husband for Valentine's Day. So romantic. Here's my little roses. Not doing so well. This little guy is in desperate need of some more soil. Oh man. This plant was given to my husband by a real estate agent for like Christmas or something, I think. This is a false Christmas cactus. It comes from southeastern Brazil. Wow. From Brazil to a real estate's office to our house. All the way from Brazil. That's cool. I need to replant this guy, I think. These 3 plants I got from students. So I teach music, and at the end of the year I got these 3 plants this year. This one's so cool because it keeps flowering. And this one, actually, I don't teach these students anymore. They moved away. And just to say, I still wonder what they're doing. I still think about them. The thing about being a music teacher is you always wonder where your students get to. So if you ever take music, or your kids ever take music, you know, the music teacher, they care about your kids. Okay, so this guy is a hardy begonia, which I could have known because it said so on the little tag. And it's from more tropical regions like South and Central America. Another South American plant here. Ooh, okay, this one's interesting. This is called a purple heart plant, and it is from Mexico. And one interesting thing about it is it's very good at getting the pollutants out of the air. So that's sort of a useful plant to have inside your house. Okay, it looks like this one is called a prayer plant. Also from Brazil, actually. And they call it prayer because it rises its leaves, a prayer plant because it rises its leaves up in the evening, which I've never really noticed it doing. It used to look so pretty when I first got it, and it kind of looks a little sad now. Maybe I gave it too much sunlight. I thought, when I first got it, I thought it was fake. It was so fake looking, with almost like it was plastic, but as you can see, it is a real plant. So there I have a prayer plant, a hardy begonia, and a purple heart plant. 3 things you kind of need to be a teacher. You need to be hardy, you need to have a good heart, and you need some prayer sometimes. We have 3 plants given to me by my students. Very fitting. Having plants in your house is such a nice thing to have. It does make your house feel more homey and comfortable. And there are studies that show having plants can help lower your stress. Working with plants can help lower your stress. People recover from illness faster if they're around plants. Now this guy is a bit sad, I must say. He's looking a little rough. The reason he's in a crock pot is a bit of a story. He used to be on a metal pan, but then the metal pan rusted and it got red all over the floor. We had to sort of try and get it off. And then we had this broken crock pot. And so then now the plant is in the crock pot. But he's not looking very happy. I'm sorry. This is actually one I bought myself. I was trying to be a good girlfriend and fluff up my then boyfriend's place with a little leafy greenness. Oh, this guy's gonna be so happy. Oh, there's no soil left. You know what I learned? It's useful to clean your plant leaves with a little bit of warm water and a cloth because they need sort of that dust-free life to do good photosynthesis, and they can clean your air better and they'll be healthier. So give your plant leaves a little dusting. Okay, next we have this guy. This was given to me by my husband on occasion. I actually don't remember the occasion. But when he gave it to me, it had a pretty flower in the middle, which died, and then the whole thing was looking pretty sickly in my house. And I put it outside for the summer, and it has really freshened up. Okay, the app wasn't 100% sure, but it said it's a bromelade, which I think is right because that's what it says on the side of the plant. There's bromelade. And I couldn't find very many interesting facts about it, but it is probably also from Brazil. There seems to be a pattern going on here. Okay, next. I'm very curious about this one. This one kind of has an interesting story. This one was given to my husband by a lady, and we were always kind of joking that I was trying to kill it because I was jealous that a lady gave him a plant. And I kind of wasn't really taking care of it. All it was were these little aloe vera type plants. It's this tiny little plant in this little container, and I was not really taking care of it. But finally, I did replant it into this bigger thing. And then one year, this tiny little purple flowery thing grew up, just one. And it was so neat. It was just kind of following the sun, opening in the day and then closing up at night. And I was like, this is kind of cute. And then this summer, I decided to put it outside, and suddenly, like a gazillion of these little purple flowers came out, or leaves, I guess they probably are. And also, flowers grew. It loved being outside in the summer and just took off. So what was a little tiny little cactusy plant turned into this flowery leaf plant, and it's so interesting, and I wonder what it's called. Okay, this guy is a purple shamrock. Love it. Love the Irish theme there. Also from South America. Although I'm a bit confused because it didn't show anything about this part of it. So maybe this is just like a random add-on plant and this is not part of it. I'm gonna Google this one. Okay, so the app wasn't like 100% sure. It was 40-something% sure. This is a round-tipped aloe from South Africa. Has nothing to do with the purple shamrock. So I guess maybe this purple shamrock hitched a ride or something. Where did you come from? You just like magically appeared. Interesting. I tried to kill this plant and instead I got two plants. I wonder why being around plants calms us. Why does it reduce stress? I saw online something called the biophilia hypothesis, which is the belief that we humans are naturally attracted to nature and we're healthier when we have a connection to it. I do feel really happy when I'm outside on a hike, and I guess bringing a plant inside takes a little piece of that happiness into your dank, dark cave so you can feel a little connection to the nature. There we go. Oh, nice. Look at you. And these three plants are the newest to my houseplant garden. These three plants were given to me by a friend. It's very sad, actually. They're her houseplants, but she moved away back to her home country, and so I had to say goodbye to my friend, and she gave me her plants to look after, and I'm definitely going to miss her and think of her when I see her plants. This one's super interesting. I found the toxic one. This one is called Mother of Millions. What a name. And you know why? Because these are like little plantlets and they fall off and become more plants. So interesting, Mother of Millions. And they're toxic to humans and animals. Alright, this one is a polka dot begonia, native to, you guessed it, Brazil. Look at that. Red. Isn't that pretty? And it has apparently a bit of red on the underside of the leaf, which I didn't notice until I read on the Wikipedia page. This guy is called a ZZ plant, and it's from Eastern Africa. It's good at surviving drought, and it doesn't mind low light conditions, which is good because my house is kind of dark.
The app I'm using to learn about these plants is called PlantNet, and I'm really liking it so far. And I like how it tells you like the percentage of how much confidence it has in the identification. I wanted to try using a different app called iNaturalist to do this video, but then I got a little bit freaked out because they kind of wanted to share my exact location, which I was weirded out by. So I uninstalled the app, but maybe I was confused about how the whole thing works. So if you use iNaturalist, please, and you like it, let me know, and maybe I'll try it again.
The thing with this one is I think I'm going to just leave it outside in the winter because it survives the winter. But then keep it in a pot because then I'll be able to move it and make sure it gets the right amount of sunlight. Here we go, so a bit more space in this pot. Now this one is a favorite of mine. It was given to us by a friend. Actually, he just gave us a clipping, and it's the first time I ever made a clipping have roots. So I put the clipping in the water, and the roots started to grow after a couple weeks. It was very exciting, and I put it in this pot, and then it just really took off, and now it is huge. And this plant is so neat because you can eat it. It tastes good, it smells good, it makes the house smell good. I just love this guy, and I try to give other people clippings to share the wealth. Look at him. Okay, I did a little looking up, and this is known as well, it has a bunch of different names. Oh, that's a spooky door. Spooky door. Okay, this plant has a bunch of different names, such as Indian borage, country borage, French thyme, soup mint, Cuban oregano. Like, that's why I knew the name, but I always kept forgetting because it had a whole bunch of different names.
So that is a tour of most of my house plants. As you can see, I am not a plant expert, but I do want to become a better plant caretaker. So if you have any recommendations, please leave me a comment. Or if you want to yell at me for something I'm not doing right, please do that too. Pretty soon, it's going to be colder now, so I will have to bring the plants inside. And my house is not super bright, so hopefully they'll survive. I'm a little bit worried about some of them. So we will see how they fare throughout the winter.
Okay, it's been a few days since I figured out what the plants are. Let's see if I remember. We have hardy begonia, purple heart, rose of some kind, cuttings from my Cuban oregano. I don't remember that one. This one I don't remember either. This one is from Africa. Don't remember what it's called. Mother to Millions. Love this one. So cool. The little babies. Christmas cactus. Prayer plant. Totally don't remember what you are. And fake lily. Lily picture. Something lily. Not a real lily.
City girl, learning about trees.